Welcome back to Two Wheeler Talk, the place where we dive deep into the world of motorcycles and explore machines that truly redefine power, performance, and presence. Today, we're going to take a long, detailed look at one of the most iconic cruisers that has returned with a modern edge at the 2025 Honda VTX 1800R. This bike has always held a reputation for being one of the boldest and most powerful cruisers in Honda's lineup, and the latest version continues that legacy while adding new touches of refinement, technology, and design that make it stand out in today's competitive cruiser segment. The VTX name carries history. When Honda first launched the VTX 1800 in the early 2000s, it was one of the largest displacement V-twins available, shaking up the cruiser scene with its sheer torque and road presence. Over the years, it earned respect among riders who wanted muscle bike power with Honda's reliability and engineering finesse. Fast forward to 2025, and Honda has revived the VTX 1800R with a blend of heritage styling and cutting-edge updates, giving us a motorcycle that appeals to both nostalgic fans and modern-day cruiser enthusiasts. At the heart of the 2025 Honda VTX 1800R is its massive 1.795cc liquid-cooled, 52-degree V-twin engine. Honda has worked on refining this engine to meet the latest emission standards without sacrificing the raw torque delivery that this bike is known for. Riders can expect around 107 horsepower and an earth-moving 165 Nm of torque. But the magic of this motor isn't just in the numbers, it's in the way it delivers. The torque is available low in the rev range, meaning you get that instant, arm-stretching pull right from the moment you twist the throttle. For city cruising, it feels effortless, and on the highway, it has more than enough grunt to overtake with confidence without ever needing to stress the engine. Honda has also improved the fueling and throttle response with advanced fuel injection, ensuring smoother delivery compared to older carbureted models. The bike is paired with a 5-speed gearbox that has been fine-tuned for smoother shifts, with ratios that make full use of the torque band. Some riders might wonder why Honda didn't go with a 6-speed setup, but given the torque-heavy nature of this engine, 5 gears are more than enough to keep you in the sweet spot of power at all times. Final drive is still via a low-maintenance shaft drive, which not only delivers smooth power to the rear wheel but also adds to the durability and ease of ownership, one of the standout benefits of Honda cruisers. Performance-wise, the VTX 1800R is not just about straight-line power. Honda has worked to balance its heavy cruiser persona with handling that inspires confidence. The bike sits on a double cradle steel frame designed to offer rigidity and stability at high speeds while still providing enough flex to absorb bumps and road imperfections. At the front, you have a 45mm inverted fork with generous travel, and at the rear, a dual shock setup with adjustable preload. This suspension system is tuned to handle the weight of the bike, plus rider and passenger, making long-distance cruising comfortable. It's not a sport bike, of course, but for a machine of this size, the handling is surprisingly nimble, especially once you get used to its presence on the road. Braking is another area where Honda has given special attention. The 2025 VTX 1800R comes with dual 310mm front discs paired with radial mount 4-piston calipers, while the rear features a large 316mm disc with a twin-piston caliper. Combined with Honda's ABS system, the braking inspires confidence and ensures this heavyweight cruiser can stop as well as it goes. Considering the bike's nearly 340 kilograms of curb weight, this braking setup is more than capable of handling emergency stops and controlled deceleration. Now, let's talk design, because this is one of the strongest points of the 2025 VTX 1800R. At first glance, you'll notice that Honda has retained the bold, muscular cruiser stance that defined the original VTX, but with updates that make it more modern. The massive teardrop fuel tank, broad fenders, low-slung bodywork, and sweeping lines all scream classic American-inspired cruiser design. However, Honda has added premium finishes like LED lighting across the headlamp, taillights, and indicators. The headlight in particular has a circular LED design with a sharp daytime running ring, giving the front end a strong and commanding presence at night. The exhaust is a dual-sided chrome setup, large and throaty, providing the bike with a deep rumble that perfectly matches its personality. The VTX 1800R also gets modern touches like a semi-digital instrument cluster. You'll find an analog speedometer to keep that retro feel, paired with a digital display that gives information like gear position, fuel economy, range, and even a clock. It's a balance between nostalgia and modern convenience, which is exactly what cruiser riders want. Honda has also included ride-by-wire throttle and selectable riding modes for the first time on the VTX, allowing riders to choose between touring, sport, and rain settings. Traction control and cruise control are standard, making long-distance journeys less tiring and safer. Ergonomics have always been a big part of cruiser design, and the 2025 VTX 1800R nails it. The riding position is upright but slightly leaned back, with wide handlebars, a low seat height of around 27.5 inches, and forward set foot controls. This makes the bike comfortable for riders of various heights, and with a large, well-padded seat and optional backrest, long rides become a joy rather than a strain. Honda has also made sure to offer plenty of accessories for touring, including saddlebags, windshields, and luggage racks, making the bike customizable depending on whether you want a stripped-down boulevard cruiser or a long-distance tourer. Another key feature is its fuel tank capacity of 19 liters, which, when paired with Honda's refined fuel injection, offers a decent range even for such a large engine. Expect around 14–16 km per liter depending on riding style, which translates to a comfortable 250–300 km before needing a refill. For a heavyweight cruiser with this much power, that's pretty respectable. Now let's touch on one of the most important aspects for potential buyers at the price. The 2025 Honda VTX 1800R comes in at an estimated starting price of around $17,999 in international markets. Of course, this can vary depending on region, taxes, and optional accessories, but for what it offers, a massive V-twin, modern electronics, Honda reliability, and iconic cruiser styling at a value is hard to beat. It positions itself competitively against rivals like the Harley-Davidson Road King, Indian Chief Dark Horse, and Yamaha Raider. However, where the VTX 1800R shines is in offering that same big cruiser experience with Honda's bulletproof engineering and lower maintenance costs. What makes the 2025 VTX 1800R truly unique is the combination of heritage and modernization. It isn't just a revival of an old name, it's a reimagined cruiser that pays tribute to its roots while adapting to today's riding standards. Riders who want a motorcycle that looks like a classic, rides with modern smoothness, and has the reliability to handle years of ownership without constant trips to the workshop will find the VTX 1800R a perfect fit. Add to that its deep exhaust note, comfortable ergonomics, powerful engine, and sleek design, and you've got a motorcycle that feels as good to ride as it does to look at. To wrap things up, the 2025 Honda VTX 1800R is not just a bike, it's a statement of power, of style, and of legacy. It carries the heart of a traditional cruiser but elevates it with the modern tech and refinement we've come to expect from Honda. Whether you're an old-school rider who remembers the first VTX or a new rider looking to step into the world of big displacement cruisers, this bike offers an experience that's difficult to match. It's powerful, it's comfortable, it's stylish, and most importantly, it's unmistakably Honda.